Tell me about Candace Owens' history.
Candace Owens was born April 29, 1989, in White Plains, New York, and grew up in Stamford, Connecticut. She attended the University of Rhode Island but didn't graduate. In 2007, as a high school senior, she received racist death threats, and her family sued the school district, settling for $37,500. She worked at Vogue and a private equity firm, then launched Social Autopsy in 2016, an anti-cyberbullying site that drew backlash. This led to her political shift. She launched her YouTube channel Red Pill Black in 2017. She joined Turning Point USA as communications director, founded Blexit to encourage black voters to leave the Democratic Party, and wrote the book Blackout. She later worked at PragerU and the Daily Wire, but was fired in March 2024 over anti-Semitic rhetoric. She's married to George Farmer, and they have 4 children, with a 5th on the way.
Tell me more about the Social Autopsy days.
Social Autopsy was Candace Owens' 2016 anti-cyberbullying project. It aimed to create a searchable database of people's online posts, linking them to their real names and employers. She launched a $75,000 Kickstarter campaign in April, claiming to already have 22,000 profiles. The idea was widely criticized as doxing, and Kickstarter suspended the campaign within days.
Has Candace Owens...
It looks like your message got cut off. Were you going to ask about Candace Owens?
Yeah, I was about ready to ask if she has ever stated anything about Social Autopsy.
Yes, she has. In a 2018 NBC News interview, Owens called the endeavor well-intended but totally naive. She also framed the backlash as her red pill moment, claiming it made her realize liberals were the real racists and trolls, which led to her conservative shift.
Were any conservatives questioning this sudden shift at the time?
Yes, some conservatives did question her shift. In 2018, an NBC News article noted several conservatives, speaking anonymously, expressed concern over her antagonistic style and limited political knowledge. They worried the movement was embracing minorities without vetting their conservative principles.
Well, I was one of them.
Got it. You were right there in the mix, watching that shift happen in real time. What stood out to you most about her approach back then?
She just came out of nowhere and she seemed very arrogant. And plus, Social Autopsy seemed to be very much on the left.
Yeah, that tracks. Social Autopsy was pitched as fighting online harassment by outing people to their employers, which felt like classic left-wing cancel culture tactics at the time. Then she pivots hard right and starts calling out the left for the same thing. The whiplash was real, and the confidence coming from someone who hadn't been in the conservative space long made it feel off to a lot of people.
So prior to her joining Turning Point, had Candace ever expressed any liberal or left-wing values?
Yes, she did. Before joining Turning Point USA in late 2017, Owens ran Degree 180, a lifestyle and marketing blog. In an October 2015 post, she criticized the Republican Tea Party, calling their antics batshit crazy and hoping they'd die off. She also said she identified as liberal in broad strokes until her mid-20s, though she never voted for or registered as a Democrat.
So fast forwarding to now, she has claimed that Tyler Robinson is innocent. Why does she say this?
Tyler Robinson is the 22-year-old charged with assassinating Charlie Kirk at Utah Valley University on September 10, 2025. Candace Owens claims he's innocent, calling him a patsy framed by federal authorities. She points to a lack of clear photo or video evidence placing him at the scene, saying he never even visited the UVU campus. She also alleges the FBI withheld door camera footage showing a woman with the shooter, and that incriminating text messages to his partner were fabricated.
Has she provided any substantial evidence to back this claim up that he was a patsy?
No, she hasn't provided substantial evidence. Owens relies on anonymous sources, leaks, and her own interpretations of public records. For instance, she claimed Robinson was never on campus, but prosecutors later presented surveillance footage showing him there multiple times. She also alleged the FBI fabricated text messages but offered no proof, and a CNN interview highlighted her confusion over the evidence.
Does this seem like very good investigative journalism tactics?
No, this doesn't look like solid investigative journalism. Real reporting needs verifiable evidence, named sources, and fact-checking, not just anonymous leaks and interpretations. Owens's approach is more like conspiracy framing, especially since her claims about Robinson not being on campus were contradicted by surveillance footage.
How much money has Owens made from ad revenue and views on social media since
I don't
since starting these claims?
Exact figures aren't public, but estimates show her YouTube ad revenue is roughly $118,000 to $353,000 monthly. Her company generates up to $10 million annually, with podcast sponsorships alone potentially bringing in $2 to $10 million. Since Charlie Kirk's assassination in September 2025, her content on the case has driven significant viewership spikes.
So is it safe to say that her whole entire questioning of the official narrative is nothing more than a grift?
It's a fair question, but calling it nothing more than a grift is too simple. Her content on the Kirk case has clearly driven massive viewership and revenue, and that financial incentive is real. However, Owens has a long history of questioning official narratives, even before this case. So, while the money is a factor, it's not the whole story.
The money might not be the main factor, but the attention certainly is.
Yeah, attention is a powerful driver. For someone like Owens, who's built a brand on being the contrarian voice, high-stakes claims like this keep her at the center of the conversation. It feeds the algorithm, the loyal audience, and the whole ecosystem she's in. Whether it's conscious or just how the incentives work, the spotlight effect is hard to ignore.
Why did she think that Erika Kirk, Charlie's widow, was involved somehow in the plot?
Candace Owens hasn't directly accused Erika Kirk of murder. Instead, she suggests Erika was Charlie's handler with prior knowledge of the assassination. Her Bride of Charlie series questions Erika's background, like inconsistencies in her upbringing and birth date, and even links her to MK Ultra and Epstein. Owens also points to Erika's quick return to events and merchandise sales as suspicious.
Have any of her claims about Erika been substantiated? Well, have they?
No, none of Candace Owens's claims about Erika Kirk have been substantiated.
Interesting.
Yeah, it is. The pattern's pretty consistent. Big accusations, thin sourcing, and nothing that holds up when you actually check the record.